Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's 12:33 my time. Don't know what time it is. Where y'all at? Um, but forever, who's gonna be here tonight, and whoever's gonna see it later, appreciate you coming through. Sorry, guys, I ain't been doing nothing lately. I've been right now just trying to get in where I fit in right now. Again, like I said, your boy, we're working his ass off. So I can get in whenever I can. But I'm about to start getting back on my P's and Q's because I noticed one thing with YouTube. If you started slacking, like putting up videos, stuff like that, not only your stats will go down, but for some reason it would be much harder for y'all to get notifications. I'm starting to know that with a lot of people. So yeah, if you stop for a minute, you know, it's like your algorithm will start going down. So cause usually when I go live, it would be more people already falling in the chat room than what it is now. So I'm gonna have to get back on my P's and Q's and start putting up more content so it won't put me all the way down to the totem pole. All right. But anyway, what's going on with all y'all good people? Every time I be gone like that, I feel rusty. Every time I feel gone like this, I feel rusty as crap. So y'all don't mind. Uh, let me see something real quick. Crap. I'm sorry, I got. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I really need to get back on my P's and Q's. Just too much I got to do now. All these stuff, all these updates and shit popping up. So I really got to get back on my P's and Q's. Try to bring y'all content. So yeah, y'all give me just a minute. Give me just a minute. And this might be a good thing. Cause maybe give y'all time to come on in and give people some time to come on in or whatnot. But I'm trying to see something. Okay. Okay. But with that being said, though, I mean, that the little time that I have been away, every time I turn around, we have a new story out. Child coming up missing or a child is dead. I saw something today. I forgot what the young boy name is, but he either come up missing and saw a video with people looking in the pond in the lake. They looking for him. I forgot what his name is. They looking for him. Then got another story. People want me to do about who heard about the story about the grandmother and the mom making their child drink whiskey until they died. Who heard about that? Now you talking about a piece of shit. That's those two are some pieces of shit. I ain't ever chance to read the whole story, but the title itself alone, you making a child do that, that's some hateful, evil spirit ass shit, you know. And then on top of that, another story comes out behind it saying that the family kind of knew the history of the abuse that the child was going through. And you gotta ask yourself, if you knew, then what did you do to try to help? What I mean, if y'all know this is going on, then what do you do? What are you doing? Try to help the child. Do y'all don't give a shit about the child till something happened to them? Or do some of y'all honestly do try to help the child, but you don't get the help that you necessarily need to pull the children to safety? All right. So whenever I hear the backstory to that there's a history of this been going on, you really have to ask, what do the family really be doing? So we'll get to that story too. Uh, it's just so many of them. Again, guys, that it's kind of hard to catch up with. It's just so many of them. It's like they just back to back, back to back. I mean, it's just too many of them. So I just get to wherever I can, you know. But the reason I'm getting to this one because we got our favorite sheriff. We're gonna talk about this one, Sheriff JD Grutt. JD Grutt. Did I say his name right? JD. Uh, whatever his name is. What his name is it Judd? Grady Judd? That's his name. Yeah, y'all know I like him. That's my guy right there, and that's the reason why I'm doing this one. Cause I want to hear what he got to say, especially when I read the title. I'm like, are you serious? So this is what we doing? Us overgrown ass men and women, 19 years old, 20 years old, staying at home with mom or dad. The people who giving us a roof over our head, and they tell you to do something simple and stop smoking, and you want to kill them because of that. You want to kill them because of that because your mom, your dad told you, or whoever told you to stop smoking in their house. I don't like smoking in my house. So it ain't the fact that they not trying to stop you from doing it. They just don't want you doing it in the house because a lot of people don't like they smell in their house. I know, Lord knows, I know I don't. That's one of the funkiest things to have going around in your house. So yeah. So the mother did nothing wrong by telling this asshole, don't smoke in my house. But see, this is why I say a lot of times, and probably a lot of country creators say this too. Sometimes, man, y'all gotta let these children go. You gotta let them children go. If they showing they don't appreciate you, at least letting them still stay with y'all at this age, you just gotta let them go. Fuck all that talking about That's my baby. That's my baby. Understand that? That's your baby. That's your child. But your baby and your child is fucking disrespectful. Amen? They disrespectful. So, hey, ain't nothing wrong with you winging them out of your nest. There's nothing wrong with y'all winging them off of you. Animals do it. When cats and dogs, once they little pups or kittens or whatnot get old enough, what they do, they wing them off of them. Get your ass away from me. I did all I can. Now it's your turn to grow up. All right. So that's what had to happen with a lot of these children now. You got to let them grow up. Stop calling these damn grown ass men and grown ass women. And then here's the crazy part about it. Some of these folks be older than 19 years old, 20 some years old, and y'all still let them stay at the house, which I'm not saying nothing really is wrong with that. You want them to stay at the house, then I guess that's on you. But the thing is, what are we all learning if you're not letting us go? Remember, I told y'all plenty of times, my mama told me when I turned 24, that was my last year staying with her. She said, fuck that shit. You got to get the fuck up out of here. And you know what? She was right. I got out at 23, and I was finna get ready to turn 24. And you know what? I can say this. If I never agreed with my mom with anything that she told me, that's the best thing she said to me. 24 years old, get the fuck out. And I did. I love my freedom. I love it. Even though the shit is expensive. Oh, Jesus Christ. Y'all who got your own stuff, paying your own bills and all this stuff, hey, salute to y'all. What if it's late or whatever? At least you getting it paid. We get hard-headed and smelling ourselves when we stand with mom and dad because we don't have to pay the full price that they pay. Some mom and dads make you pay like $50 every 2 weeks. Some of us don't even want to do that. I can speak on that because my mom started throwing this shit at me. You got to give me $50 every 2 weeks. I don't want to give you shit. Why I got to pay you anything? I ain't been paying you. Why I got to give you anything? Trying to teach you morals and responsibilities. You getting it cheap while you staying with me. When you stay with me, it's like you getting Section 8 price. But wait till you get your ass out there in the real world. Watch what you got to pay. All this shit you think I'm bitching about, you gonna see what I'm talking about. Now, I agree with my mama wholeheartedly. We didn't have the best relationship. But when she talked about how it's gonna be when you get on your own, she was right about every damn thing she said. All right? She was right about every damn thing she said. Even the father, if the father trying to tell their sons that, y'all better listen to them. They tell you right. Once you leave their house, what you was paying them ain't shit compared to what you're gonna pay when you get out on your own. Ain't gonna be shit compared to it. All right? So, now that I've experienced that here at 42 years old, I got a problem with either one of y'all telling y'all, hey, you got to come up with something. Hey, you got to break me off something. You grown now. You got to break me off something. It ain't, and I'm not doing it because I'm being mean to you. Hey, you got to break me off something. You grown. You still drinking up our milk, the food that we bringing up in the house, you ain't bringing in shit. You got to come on, give us something, bro. Give us something, sis. All right, cool. Nothing wrong with it. Hey, I applaud you. I applaud y'all. Do it. Do it. And then nowadays, to me, if you got the right parents that encourage their children to do that, it will probably make them want to get out and do their own stuff now. Because they own rules, their own regulations. They could do when and what and how they want to do it. All right? So mothers and fathers, you still got children staying with you. I ain't got no problem with you charging them. As a matter of fact, you probably need to go higher than $50 to $100 shit. Some of y'all probably need to charge them the whole damn rent and see what they do. And one will come out and say, well, if I'm paying you too much, I go get my own place. I'm glad you said that. That's what the fuck you need to do then. I'm glad you said that. Amen? I'm glad you said that. Since you paying me this much and you telling me that I can get my own shit for paying you this much, I'm glad you said that. Get the fuck out and go get it. Amen? All right. So we finna talk about Seth Settle here. Seth Settle, 19 years old. And it has come out that he had killed his mom because his mom told him to stop smoking in the house. Gotta be the craziest shit that I ever heard. Gotta be crazy. So she told him to stop smoking in the house. So it makes me believe that maybe his mom must have spoiled him, just let him get his way, and she probably did it one time too many. One time too many. All right. Well, before we let Sheriff Grady talk, here's what the story says. A 19-year-old Florida man, if you can call him a man, a 19-year-old Florida man was arrested and charged with allegedly shooting and killing his mother in their Polk County home this week. Seth Settle reportedly shot and killed his mother Thursday after she ordered him to stop smoking cigars in his bedroom. Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd said, according to Fox 13 Tampa Bay, the incident occurred shortly after Settle's father left on what seemed like a normal weekday. Oh, Jesus Christ. Looked like the dad was staying at home too. Wow. So I got to ask, what? Wow. Shortly after 9:30, though, he had received a call that his wife had been taken to a hospital. Authorities were first alerted to the incident by Settle's 24-year-old brother, who found his mother collapsed in their Lake Wales home. Authorities did not immediately suspect foul play because they reported wasn't any blood found in the home or obvious injuries to the victim's body. But by the time Settle's father had picked up his daughter from school, and he got a daughter too, man, and returned home, he was informed his wife had died. After Settle's mother had been pronounced dead, a nurse inspected the body and found what appeared to be puncture wounds. Just said the victim had been shot in the heart, stopping it immediately and staunching the flow of blood. Settle fled, but later confessed to investigators that he had shot his mother. Just said Settle claimed he was depressed and had been holding a gun to his own head before a mother entered his bedroom. He claimed the gun accidentally discharged when he went to lower the weapon, but the sheriff said authorities believe he shot his mother out of anger. Judge reportedly said every indication pointed to the 52-year-old mother as the most wonderful mom in the world and said the family was regarded as nice and hardworking. The only people that are more shocked and stunned by this in law enforcement are the immediate family. No one can see this coming, Judge said. He fled past her, didn't help, didn't call 911, the sheriff added. I can't begin to tell you the horror of this event. And he said he was charged with second-degree murder, temporary evidence, 5 counts of providing false information to law enforcement, and discharging a firearm on a residential property, the local news outlet reported. Ladies and gentlemen, see, again, with stories like these, y'all better let these grown-ass folks go. Let them go. That's a damn shame. You can't even stay in your own house with your own damn son or daughter gets that damn upset with you just because you tell him what to do. Something simple to say, please stop smoking in the house, son. I mean, I'm not telling you got to stop smoking. I just want you to stop doing it in the house because it stinks in here. You get just that upset and kill your mom because of that. Which 9 times out of 10, probably the mom and the dad probably the one who been supplying you your smoking habits. And all you had to do was stop smoking in the house. That's all you had to do. Stop smoking in the house. And you couldn't even do that. They got you so upset, so depressed that you lowered the gun and claimed that the gun accidentally went off when you shot your mom. Me personally, I'm like Sheriff Judd. That's bullshit to me. You had a gun to your head. You just that depressed because you ain't got no damn cigarettes or cigars. You finna off yourself because you didn't have that. But as soon as your mom just come in and say that you lowered the gun and the gun accidentally go off, that's bullshit. Your mama been getting on your ass. That's what it was. And she should have been. Hopefully the dad was doing the same thing too, which both of them should have been. All right? But me personally, after they told you the second or the third time, they probably should have kicked your ass out. All right? They probably should kick you out the house. But y'all know a lot of these parents, like I said earlier, that's my baby and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's your baby, but your baby needs to learn some tough love. Kick him out. Kick him out. Let them see the consequences when you don't follow rules under someone's roof. Not just their roof, anybody that who roof you stay under. Anybody roof that you stay under. If it's not your shit, you got rules and regulations to follow. Amen? If it's not your shit. Everybody who you go stay with, if it's not yours, you have rules to follow. So what you gonna do? You gonna go shoot everybody who you stay with because they told you to do something that they want you to do? So yeah, so is that what you're gonna do? You're gonna go and kill everybody that you go stay with, and they ask you to do something as simple as that. You gonna turn around and shoot them? You're going to get depressed all of a sudden and you're going to shoot him. Settle, go take out the garbage. Man, you just going to shoot them because they told you to do something that you're supposed to be doing. That you're supposed to be doing. And you get mad and shoot them. Ladies, y'all better let these grown ass folks out. Y'all need to get them out your house. Ladies and gentlemen, get these grown ass folks out your house. If they disrespectful, they don't deserve to stay with you. Get them the fuck out your house. That's all there is to it. Get them out. Get them out. Right, Tony. If he old enough to smoke, he old enough to go get his ass up, get a job, and go get some help. You're absolutely right. All right? You're absolutely right. Okay? And that's why I told y'all on one of my last streams, this shit, people talking about they scared their children. I ain't fuck the dumb shit. Y'all better put them gloves on and box the shit out of them. And they don't. There's no reason for nobody to sit over here and be mad at, be scared of their own damn children. I just refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe that. But anyway, let's hear what the sheriff got to say.
I appreciate you being with me today. As two cases that are extremely unsettling to me. The first one I want to talk about is a family. And this family consists of mom and dad, hardworking people, live in an upper middle class neighborhood in Lake Wells. 4 children, and dad goes to work like he always does. He works, as he says, an incredible amount so that his wife can stay home and take care of the 4 children and the house. So he goes to work. And he receives a frantic call from one of the children that, mom's being taken by ambulance to Lake Wells Hospital in exceptionally critical.
And that's sad when your children got to call you and break news like that to you. That is so sad that one of the children got to call you and break the news like that to you. That's so fucked up.
Condition. This all happens just after about 9:30 yesterday morning. So dad goes to the hospital, rushes to the hospital, and determines from the hospital that mom's died of unknown causes. He goes and gets the daughter out of school. She's 14. And he goes home with his family where they're all grieving together. At about 11:04, we get a phone call from the hospital. They said, we've just discovered this lady that died from unknown causes that was brought in has suspicious injuries. So immediately we go to the hospital and we rush to the house. The hospital thinks at that time possibly she has puncture wounds. And in fact, she does. So we get to the house and here's this grieving family and they're shocked by all of a sudden there's patrol cars and homicide detectives that show up. And here's what we discovered. Seth Settle is 19 years of age. Mom takes daughter to school, comes home, and smells smoke in Seth's bedroom. So she goes and she opens the door, and she said, I've told you before about smoking in this house. Now quit smoking in the house. And she closes the door, and he shoots her through the door. Did you hear what I said? He shoots his mama through the door.
But let's say put it, he said he lowered the gun, it was supposed to be an accident. But like Grady just tell it, he shot this woman through the door. Don't sound like an accident to me. Sound like he intended for that to happen. Wow.
There's an entrance wound and an exit wound, and she falls to the floor. He jumps up, runs to where his 24-year-old brother is. It's a large house. Around the corner, from the game room, from his bedroom through the game room, around to the main area of the house, and is screaming at his 24-year-old brother, who's in the bathroom and doesn't hear what he says. 24-year-old comes out. Seth has fled the house. He goes looking for his mother and finds her unresponsive in the game room on the floor by Seth's bedroom, and of course dials 911. There is no blood. He doesn't know what happened.
Who all think he was smoking more than a cigar? Because I'm seeing some of y'all saying that who think he was already tweaked out already? Or how some people say he was geeked out or geeked up, however they say that shit.
He didn't hear a gunshot. Seth's fled. They call EMS. EMS cancels us. It's a medical event. Until they get to the hospital, Dad now has arrived at the hospital. Mom's deceased. They initially don't see any wound. They don't see any blood. And only later, when they're preparing to move Mom, did one of the nurses notice all of a sudden there's a small amount of blood. And in fact, what has happened, she was shot. The medical examiner did the investigation this morning, and what he determined, this in and out wound went directly through her heart. The heart immediately quit beating, so there was no blood to pump out. We arrest Seth, take him down to the station, and he confesses. But he colors the event in his best interest. He tells us that he's depressed, and some of his friends confirmed to us that he had a girlfriend about a year ago. He said that Mom opened the door to get on to me about smoking, and I was holding a gun to my head, and she told me to put the cigar out and close the door, and the gun accidentally discharged. We don't believe that.
I don't either.
We don't believe that because by all accounts, even his admission that Mom was a absolutely, totally wonderful person and the best mom you could ever have. We do a criminal history, not one blemish on anyone's name. Mom, Dad, the 4 kids. This is truly the wonderful family next door. And he kills his mom.
I know the sheriff said all the other people didn't have no record, but he never said to him. So I wonder, is he going to say that in this video if he got a record or not?
We think he was angry. We think he was mad. We're absolutely confident with the type of mom that this is. There's no way she would have closed that door with her son holding a gun to his head. That's our supposition. He fled, went to a friend's house, told him I accidentally shot Mom, fled past her, didn't help, didn't dial 911, hollered something at the brother on the way out of the door. So where are the guns? Well, he tells the detectives, well, I threw them off of the Chalet Suzanne Road into a wooded area. So after hours of searching, we finally determined that another friend had come to the house, and he had asked the other friend to take these 2 firearms away. The friend gave us the firearms, said he wanted me to take the firearms because he was afraid he'd hurt himself. Of course, the friend didn't know Mom was shot. He just knew that Mom had died unexpectedly, and he was just trying to hold the firearms for Seth. Dad, the other brothers, no one had any idea that Seth even had these 2 firearms. And he's too young to possess firearms. The firearms aren't stolen. But at the end of the day, we have, without argument, the most wonderful mom in the world, who's now deceased because the 19-year-old kid shot and killed her. I can't begin to tell you the horror of this event. I had the opportunity to talk to Dad, who's just a great, hardworking, good man. And I can tell you the only people that are more shocked and stunned by this than us and law enforcement are the immediate family. No one ever could see this coming. But for whatever reason, he shot and killed his mom. Are there any questions about that before I go to the next one?
Yeah, so you said that it wasn't a stolen gun. The dad didn't know that he had guns, and he was too young to have a gun. So where did the gun come from?
He said he bought them off of the street. Now, they're not reported stolen. That doesn't mean that that someone didn't steal them and sell them to him, and it never got registered in the computer as a stolen firearm. But there is zero indication that the firearm's stolen. He just bought them. Some friends had them.
It was a cigar he was smoking? There was no drugs or anything?
No drugs, Black and Mild cigar.
Did he show any remorse?
No, he was very stoic. It wasn't that he was unapologetic. He was just very stoic. Said it was a great mom. It was an accident. But he admitted pointing the gun at the door.
Can you share the age of the victim?
The victim's 52. My heart and prayers go out to the entire family. That's not supposed to happen, ever. Ever, ever, ever. Okay?
Well, we could rule that out. He wasn't tweaked out on it. He said it was just Black and Mild. So I guess we can X that out. Unless something gonna come out later saying that he was geeked up or tweaked out or whatnot. But again, what it sounded like to me, just a spoiled ass child. He wanted to get his way. Probably wasn't doing nothing with himself, and Mom and Dad probably kept asking him to get up or try to encourage him to get off his ass and do something, but he probably kept refusing to do it, and again, I know some family, they believe in try to keep on talking because I guess they believe they could change their child or whatnot. But look, I'm gonna say this right here, and I'm pretty much sure like you will agree. When it comes to anybody, only time they would change if when they want to change. They gotta want to change. Nobody can make them change. Nobody can make anybody change. You gotta want to change yourself. And I say that for me and everybody. If you ain't gonna take the initiative to make the change, can't nobody make you change. Now I do believe somebody can come in your life and have an impact on you to make you want to change. But as far as anybody making you change, you got to do that yourself. You got to have the want to change yourself because, like they say, only you know when you're tired. Amen? Only you know you're tired of being in the same position, And, of course, you got a lot of people, quite a few people I know, they got an excuse for everything. They got an excuse for why they in the same position, but they ain't doing nothing trying to make themselves better. But always complaining about the position that they in, but not doing anything to make their position better. And again, like I always say, you got a lot of people like that. It's everybody else's fault except for theirs. I know a few people that's like that. It's everybody else's fault except for theirs. Me personally, if I'm tired of being in a situation, I'll do the best I can to get out of that damn situation. All right? Shit, if the rent is getting too high for me to handle, shit, how I fix that situation? Talk to the people who I'm renting from and see can I get a place that's lower in rent, which I might have to do in a couple of months because this rent got high as hell. And I saw on the news that somebody else renting went up almost $200, $300 something dollars. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Why everybody rent going up $200 something dollars? It used to be probably like 50 or 20 or something like that. But everybody else rent going up $200 and shit, $200, $300 and shit. I thought it was just me. But shit, it's all across the globe. Everybody rent going up at least $200. Saw a lady on the news the other day saying she was paying, was it 16 or something like that, or 2,400 or some shit like that, and whoever she's renting from bumped it up $200, and it put her past her means of living. I said, shit, Jesus. I said, so it ain't just me. It ain't just me. It's happening to everybody. It's happening to everybody. So again, I said it to say this. Even with something like that, if the rent's getting too hot for you to handle, talk to the people about getting to a place to lower your rent. All right? If you know you can't afford to get that high price ass car, the new models, 2022, and all that shit, you know you can't pay the car note, which you should know right off top when they tell you how much the car note is, if you could afford it or not. I mean, that's just a gimme right there. If your car note's $600, you know damn well you can't afford a $600 car note. Come on now, that's just common sense. Because if you already having a hard time paying the rent, I ain't gonna lie, that man, rent kicking my ass, but it's getting paid though. That motherfucker getting paid, but it's kicking my ass. If you having a hard time just even getting your rent paid, how the fuck are you afford a $600 something car a month? Then on top of that, the way things going on, you gotta have insurance. That's probably about it, depending on how fucked up your record is. That's another $200 something. So who you living for when you do stuff like that? Are you living for yourself or you living for somebody else? Who are you trying to impress? And the person you trying to impress, do they got their stuff together? Are they in a place where they can live, not past their means, but they right there within their budget where they can keep themselves afloat? But you trying to impress that person, they looking at you like, oh shit, this is a nice car. Well, now how much you paying for it? Oh, okay, cool. All right, they say they mind. Well, shit, you better not ask me for shit on it, because this you. This you. You better ask me nothing. I'm good. I'm good with my little Z28 or Corvette, whatever you got. I'm good with it. As long as that motherfucker still run and it gets me from point A to point B, I am fine with that piece of junk right there. This house may not be the biggest house, 2-bedroom, 1 bath, and all that stuff, but I live with this motherfucker. This is my home. So it's good that you got all that. But you know you living outside your means, hey, that's on you, partner. I ain't got nothing to do with that. All right? Right, Jay Kenner. Hey, you know what? And it's probably how they end up coming there with a lot of us. You gonna have to shit, own the shit. You got to own it. Sazzy may say you the real, you feeding the ego. Yep, I think most of it's feeding the ego. Tony says you got a cuddle beyond the means. You know what? Look, let us put it like this. No, we all want you said Hellcat going 12 a month. Nah, they can keep that shit. Well, they keep the Hellcat. The Hellcat go straight to hell. That way it can go. They can keep that shit. But here's the thing, you know, a lot of us want the finer thing in life. I'm pretty much sure we all can agree with that. We want the finer things in life. All right, but if you just can't afford it, then you just can't afford it. That's all there is to it. If you can't afford it, then you just can't afford it. It's nice to have. Why put yourself in a situation where you got to struggle and adding more bills on top of bills? Why struggle and add more bills on top of bills? Like somebody told me once, you want to know how to stop paying for bills? You got to stop making them. I said, that's real talk. But somehow a lot of us still make them. We do. We do. But that was real talk. What that person told me that you want to stop paying bills, you got to stop making them. All right. So I don't know what's going to happen to this young man for what he did, but I don't know if he's going to get life or however it's going to happen to him. But whatever's going to happen to him, hopefully he'll sit back and think that this what he did. But first of all, it's going to be with him forever. He can't take it back. It's going to hunt him forever what you did. But however, though, I hope when he do get out of jail, whatever they're going to do to him, he'll look back what he did and be like, man, you know, I should have done better. Right, LC, exactly. Hopefully he look back and say, you know what, I made a terrible mistake, you know, but now this is the time I just have to do better with myself. But he gonna have to live with this forever. His dad gonna have to live with this forever. His dad gonna have to live with this forever. Them kids, whoever saw it, whoever heard it, they're gonna have to live with this forever. And if they do distance themselves from him, then he's gonna have to understand that. He's gonna have to understand that why they distancing themselves from him. I know if it was me, I'd probably distance myself from him too. After doing that, because there's no coming back from that. I mean, killing somebody, period, there just ain't no coming back from it. To be honest, there's no coming back from it. But to kill your own folks, there's no coming back from that. There's no coming back from that at all. All right. All right. With that being said, I want to move on to another story that caught my attention right before I went live. And I think this is sad too. Y'all see my lower third there. We're going to talk about a young lady by the name of Lauren Juma. I guess that's the name. And let me see if I could bring a picture up of this young lady. Where is it? As a matter of fact, I want to record this separate because I might upload this one separate. So I'm going to hit the record button and let's do this separate. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the young lady that you see in this picture, her name is Lauren Juma. If I'm saying her name correct, I haven't heard no videos, nothing on it. I do have a couple videos I downloaded. So hopefully I'm pronouncing her name right. All right. And the man that you see next to her, his name is Van. Van something. I can't remember what his last name is. But here's the story. What's going on with this? The girl is 16 years old. Van held this girl hostage, captive, I believe, in her home. Her mother was dating this guy, and he killed this young lady. All right. Now, again, I'm giving it to you now because I saw this before I went live. I said, since we're talking about Seth, I think this would be another story that we could talk about, you know, as far as people letting people around their children and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And this is one of the reasons why I tell people, guys and women, you have to be extra careful now who you letting around your children. And I'm almost certain that somewhere in this story we're going to hear this man probably was doing something with this girl. All right? Or he tried to do something with this girl. But he was dating her mom. And he killed this girl. 16 years old. He killed this girl. Ladies, I get it. A lot of people want companionship. I get it. But which ones is supposed to be more important? And I say to the fellas too, which one supposed to be more important? Your significant other or the person that you gave life to? Who is supposed to be more important? Well, you think the answer would be cut and dry, that the person probably more important is the person that you gave life to. Well, unfortunately, with a lot of stories we have done lately, that's not the case. We got a lot of people who put their significant other before they put their own child. All right? Y'all didn't hear me? Let me say it again. You got a lot of people who put their significant other before their own child. Now, I'm not saying that's what this girl mama did, but if it does come out, that's what it says right now, I won't be surprised. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear what happened to this young lady right here. Death is too good for him, said the stepmother of a slain 60-year-old teen and humble. All right, let's hear what they got to say.
60-year-old man in Humble is facing a murder charge, accused of shooting and killing his girlfriend's 16-year-old daughter.
We spoke with the father and stepmom tonight as they are now forced to say goodbye. Our Tiffany Justice joining us live with this story. Tiffany.
Right, the family still trying to wrap their heads around the fact that she was killed and how she was so brutally taken away.
My daughter was a very wonderful, caring person. You know, she was very friendly, nice, and she had her friends. Everybody loved her.
A teen's life violently taken away by someone family says she trusted. This once quiet, humble neighborhood still in shock by a shooting that took the life of 16-year-old Lauren Uma, a student at Nimitz High School.
He does not need to be let go or set free because that a monster like that would kill an innocent little girl that he was in her life, that she trusted for years.
This man is now in custody facing a murder charge, the victim's mother's boyfriend. A suspect, 6-year-old Van Brisbane, came out of the house, according to police, telling them to do what they had to do. Police say the teen was on the phone with her mother just before the shooting. We're told Lauren's older sister was the one who called 911 this morning, telling them that Lauren was being held at gunpoint by her mother's boyfriend. The mother out of town for work, arriving back home to her daughter dead.
Death is too good for him. When he walked outside and said, do what you gotta do, that was he was looking for death. It is too good for him. He needs to rot in prison.
Police say as deputies were arriving to the home, they heard the gunshots as they were approaching the front door. Neighbors speaking with Fox 26 saying they're rattled by the death, saying it's going to forever change the neighborhood.
This was a good neighborhood. Quiet. We don't have crime. So now when you look us up, the only crime you have is a murder.
That's cool.
And it's a child.
She was like, Dad, I'm going to give me a job. And that's what she did. And I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to get my own car. That's what she recently just did.
Now, family says after graduating, she was planning to join the Air Force. Police say they're still trying to determine a motive and that Brisbane is not being cooperative. Reporting live, Tiffany Justice, Fox 26 News.
At Arrowhead, we see.
So for what we're hearing, she was left home. Sound like she was at the house with this man. Let me think. I'm trying to see where can I go with this right here. But this is horrible. This is horrible. I don't know when it's a good time to leave your daughter in the presence of a man that's not the biological father, the father. Unless they married, or I guess they stay together. I guess you could do it then. But even with that though, you know, can you even say that's even an appropriate thing to leave your daughter around a man? And so I guess this the key thing right here, you know, how well did she know this guy? How long her mom and the dude been dating? And whenever she left them alone, was there any problems? Was there any problems whenever she let them alone together? You know? And then, of course, I know how I do it. You got to look on the other side of their car, you know? And if anything was going on, how much did the mom actually knew? Because I think the people they showed they was talking, that was the stepmom. If I'm not mistaken, that's the stepmom. And then on top of that, I had to ask the fellas, is it wrong that if you have a daughter and if the mom is dating a new guy, is it wrong to get yourself introduced? Not necessarily saying acquainted, but introduced to know who's around your daughter. And is it wrong, vice versa, for a woman to get introduced to the new person that the dad is dating? Considering the era that we in now, is it wrong? Yeah, Dorino, what's going on? If I said your name right, I know you be in my comment section a lot. You know, is it wrong to, you know, get yourself introduced to the new people that's going to be around your child if things ain't working out between y'all two? And if that was to happen more often, do you think that maybe this would limit some of the children's death at the hands of the mom and dad's significant others? Think about it. Prime example, Sam Olsen. Dalton didn't work out with, what's that child mom? What's the real mom name? Is it Sarah Olsen? Y'all correct me if I'm saying it wrong. Dalton relationship with Sarah did not work out. Dalton Olsen got with Teresa, which Teresa got on camera and made it seem like she cared so much for Sam. And she tried to make herself cry. Dalton, he acted like he was so distraught, he didn't know what was going on. I guess he didn't want to believe Teresa was the one that did it. But when Tim got on the scene, the Echo Search guy, he said he told Dalton that woman had everything to do with your child dying. And the action that Teresa displayed after Tim said that should have gave Dalton the notion that, yes, she was the one that did it. But I think even after Tim told Dalton that, he really didn't want to believe it. Prime example, another person in your child's life, and he was leaving Sam with this woman. So God knows what she was doing to him every time he left Sam with her. And then you have to ask the question now, how much Dalton really did know what was going on with Teresa and Sam Olsen? How much did he know? How much did he know? And is he playing the fool, trying to make it seem like he did not know? Because y'all remember what Sarah said in her last interview, which was, has it been a year yet? She said there's one more person need to be in jail. Dalton. She said Dalton need to be in jail because she feel like he know more than what he's saying. And to this day, Dalton still ain't spoke out for his son, not that I know of. He still ain't said nothing. So what kind of father is you? What kind of father are you? Excuse me. You still to the day have not spoke on your son's behalf or his death. Still ain't said a damn thing. Still ain't said nothing. But this man right here was 60 years old, and he facing a murder charge accused of shooting and killing his girlfriend's 16-year-old daughter. Lauren Juma, if I said that right. Fox 26 spoke with her father and stepmom on Friday night. My daughter was a very wonderful, loving-caring person. What is his name? Sajat? I can't say that shit. She loved everybody, and everybody loved her. At once crime neighborhood, stealing shot by shooting and killing DeLauren. The 16-year-old was a student at Nimitz High School. The teen's life violently taken away by someone family said she trusted. He does not need to be let go or set free, said Christina, Lauren's stepmom, a monster that would kill a little girl in her life that she trusted for years. Law enforcement have the suspect, 60-year-old Van Bripson, who is Lauren's mother boyfriend, in custody and charged him with murder. We learned Friday night he waived his right to appear in probable cause court and is being held on a $1 million bond. She said death is too good to him. When he walked outside and said, do what you got to do, he was looking for death. So, again, it makes me wonder, what this man try to do something to this girl? And it could be a possibility she rejected his advances or whatever the case may be. He got mad and he killed this woman. Or, the old good one that he's mad at the mom for some reason, so he can't get to the mom. He took his anger out on that girl and killed that girl. All right? Well, a couple of key questions I got is how long they was dating and how often did she leave that girl along with that man? And whenever time she came back home after leaving that girl along with that man, what was her body language like? What was her body language like? And did mom pay attention to her body language? Or did she ignore it? Now, these just questions. I'm not saying that's exactly what happened. These just questions I would like to know. A 60-year-old man killing this 16-year-old girl did walk out and say, do what you got to do. But let me guess, he gonna come out and say he crazy too, huh? Like a lot of motherfuckers do. He gonna come out and say he crazy too. All right. But let's go in deeper to this and see what's going on.
First tonight at 9, a 60-year-old man in Humble is facing a murder charge
Wait,
of shooting and killing his girlfriend's 16-year-old daughter.
We spoke with the father and stepmom tonight as they are now forced to say goodbye. Our Tiffany Justice joining us live with the story. Tiffany.
Okay, I already did that. Okay, we're going to skip that one. Let me go to this one right here.
Wolford, W-O-L-F-F-O-R-D, Harris County Sheriff's Office Homicide Unit. This morning, approximately 1:05 a.m., Precinct 4 Constable's Office was dispatched out to 2400 block of Canton Trace Lane in reference to a weapons disturbance. A young female called 911 and advised that her sister was being held captive at gunpoint inside the residence by her mother's boyfriend. Constables went en route to the scene. When they arrived, approaching the residence, they heard one gunshot coming from inside the residence, heard screaming, and then a second gunshot shortly thereafter. Almost immediately, a male exited the residence and basically stated, y'all do what you have to do. They then took him into custody. The deputies entered the residence. They found a deceased 16-year-old female who had suffered multiple gunshot wounds inside the residence.
Multiple gunshot wounds.
The mother's boyfriend and the 16-year-old female were the only two inside the residence when this occurred.
Only two inside the residence. The only two inside the residence.
Currently down at the homicide unit offices where he will be hopefully questioned and talk to investigators. As of now, he hasn't been really cooperative, so we don't know what a motive for this is. We do know that the mother was out of town, and she
was out of town.
Returned, she immediately came back. We do have information that she had been on the phone with the 16-year-old prior to her murder.
The mother's boyfriend live at the street?
Yeah, the mother, the boyfriend, as well as the 16-year-old, are the three people that resided inside this home.
No, he's not the father of the deceased?
No, he is not the father of the deceased. He is the mother's boyfriend, who also resided in the residence. We understand they've lived here for at least a year or more.
Do you have approximate age on the suspect?
Suspect is going to be a 60-year-old black male, 60 years old.
What's the next process?
After right now we're getting a a search warrant for the residence. As I said, he was not cooperative. He does reside here. Therefore, if he doesn't consent to a search, we have to get a search warrant. He wasn't cooperative, so we're in the process of getting a search warrant. Hopefully we'll have that shortly. And we will get in, process the scene. After that, we will, if he doesn't wish to speak with investigators, we'll contact the district attorney's office for the filing of charges.
You said that the mother is on scene?
The mother has been here, yes. She has since departed.
She can't give consent to search?
Not when there's two people who live there. The law says that if one consents and the other one doesn't, you need a search warrant. So.
So we heard that they've been staying there for a year, but he never said how long they've been dating. That's what I want to know. How long they've been dating. And I just seen one of y'all, Sassmate said, her out of town part was a trigger for him. That's what I said earlier. What was this really about? Was he mad at the mom because the mom went out of town? Did he not want the mom to go out of town? But by she doing it anyway, he got mad at her, but took it out on her. Or one of another worst case scenarios could be a possibility this man tried to advance on that girl, try to make a move on that girl, and she said no, and he probably got mad at that. So right now the story is still fresh, but like I said again, if it does come out that that's what it was, that he tried to make a pass at this girl, I wouldn't be surprised. That's what it is. It's got to be one of the two. Either he's mad at the mom about something and took it out on the child because she was there. Or two, this man probably tried to make an advance on that girl. She told him no, and he shot that girl. Multiple shots. Usually with multiple shots, you're making a statement about something. And then you heard the man right here just say, she was at home by herself with him. So which means I'm still asking that question. How long they been dating and how often did the mom leave this girl at home with this grown ass man? And if she did it more than once, what was the child's attitude and body language whenever she came back to the house? All right. So again, multiple shots. This sounds like something real personal. Either he got rejected or he got mad with the mom about something, which could be leading to rejected category too. Because if he asked her not to do something and she did anyway, he probably felt rejected, and probably felt some type of way, But the fact he did that, and then they say he came out and said, "Do what you got to do," he definitely sent some kind of message. Because at this point, you sit up there saying that, you just pretty much told them, I don't give a fuck. I did what I did. Fuck it. So, which I guess will fall into more of the category that the mom did something to make him mad. So, okay, then you made me mad and you hurt me in some kind of way. So I'm finna do the same in return and hurt you. And he got that baby. They could be it too, Savage. They could be it too. LC just said Noah Allen Ruler. Who is that? Who is that? That's somebody in the chat room. Who is Noah? Yeah. So, like I said, me personally, it got to be one or the other. If it's anything beyond that, I can't think of what it could be. I can't think of what it could be anything beyond that. He tried to make an advance on that girl, and she wasn't going. Just like one of y'all say, he probably tried it multiple times, and she probably did give him an earful and probably cussed him out. And that made him mad. Or, I guess it's the third one, which still could fall with the second one. Maybe he had touched this girl. And she probably threatened to tell her mama what he did. That could be possible too. But I guess they still fall in the second one that I said. Oh, the missing 1-year-old, that's his name? Yeah, I saw a video where they looking in is that the one that I saw a video where LC they were searching in the waters behind a complex or something? Is that the one? Because I saw somebody post that earlier. I want to say it may have been Tiffany Marie where I saw it at. But it showed a video of them searching the waters, I guess looking for a child. Is that the one? Let me see if that's the one. I think that's the one you may be talking about. Okay, that is the one you talk about. Yeah. When I saw that video of them looking in the water, I said, man, that's crucial that's the spot that they instantly go to is back there with the water. And
now to a developing story from North Harris County.
If he does turn up dead or he drowns in that water, it's messed up either way it go. It's messed up either way it go. But for what it seems like, he's been reported missing, and the first thing they went and searched them backwaters. How old is Noah? How old is he? Oh, never mind. This ain't the one then. Okay. Never mind. I was looking at something where they saying that a child was found safe, but I thought they may have been him. Okay, that's not the one. So one. All right, guys. They say his bed has been set, so let's see if they say anything different in here, and hopefully, or they heard about any kind of motives that he did, why he did this.
Involving a 16-year-old Nimitz High School cheerleader who was shot and killed inside a home. Her mother's boyfriend is now accused of pulling the trigger. Joining us now, live outside where this tragedy took place, is KPRC2's Rochelle Turner. And Rochelle, you spoke with the teen's mother today.
Keith, over the phone, Lauren's mother was too distraught and upset to talk about what happened, but she told me that her daughter was loved by many and she's already missed. Just outside Lauren's home, you can see people, friends, and neighbors dropping off flowers, balloons, and cards. Many tell me that her death is tragic.
Right next door, that happened a few feet away from me. It's crazy.
Mardale Madison lives next door to this home on Canton Trace in Humble, where loved ones have placed balloons, posters, and flowers of 16-year-old Lauren Juma. It's a much different view from early this morning. The home turned into a crime scene after deputies found Lauren inside. She had been shot multiple times. Mondale was friends with Lauren and shocked when he heard the news.
Yeah, I met her in the 7th grade. When she first moved here, we was all cool. We used to play basketball, you know what I mean? Outside, used to just chill. But she was cool. She nice, you know, very loving, you know.
Investigators say Juma's sister called police to alert them, and let them know that Lauren was being held captive at gunpoint by her mother's boyfriend, identified as 60-year-old Dan Brisbane.
I didn't know him. I seen him. He always used to have the garage open. He used to just stare out, you know. I ain't think nothing about him.
Lauren was a junior at Nimitz High School and a cheerleader. She had aspirations to be a police officer or go into the military. Those who knew Lauren already miss her and want answers about her tragic death.
It's just devastating. It's unreal.
In a statement, Aldine ISD said, "Our community mourns her passing. Our thoughts and prayers are with her family, loved ones, and friends during this difficult time." As you can see, this growing makeshift memorial for Lauren continues to grow. Many neighbors, friends, and family coming out here to show just how much they love and already miss her. As for Brisbane, he's been charged with murder, and the family tells me they have set up a GoFundMe page to help with funeral expenses. You can find more information on this story at clicktohouston.com. Reporting live in Northeast Harris County, I'm Rochelle Turner, KPRC 2 News.
Rochelle, thank you.
Well, GoFundMe.
Yes, this business.
You know, I don't want to discourage anybody for donate to GoFundMe's. I'm not going to discourage anybody. I'm not going to tell anybody not to donate to GoFundMe's, but y'all know how I feel about them. And we talked about this a lot about the GoFundMe's, especially with a lot of people who that's the first thing they run to every time something happens is a GoFundMe, you know, and we find that a lot of people use them GoFundMe's to scam people. So, you know, that's why I say I don't deal with them anymore at all. Tragic what happened to this young lady or whatnot. But, you know, I just can't deal with GoFundMe's no more. I don't. Maybe some other thing they probably get. Well, I know my money is probably going to the actual source or whatnot. I may start donating to that. But GoFundMe's, and now, in my mind, in the back of my mind, I'm just skeptical if the money's going to go where it's supposed to go. Preach. I'm just really skeptical about that. Is the money really going to go where it's supposed to go? All right. Kira, it's been a long time. How you doing, dear? Long time. You said 2-year-old girl found in a hotel, brown and raped. I think I saw that story too. Yep. I think I saw that story too. Y'all see what I said? So much. Just so much is going on. And it seems like every day. How they say it, same shit, different day. Same shit, different day. These children coming up killed and missing, same thing, just be on a different day. Just be on a different day. Here's what they saying about him. Officials in court revealed that Bryson had displayed erratic behavior prior to the shooting. He displayed erratic behavior prior to the shooting. So is this another one that I'm calling down the middle? That maybe he was mad at the mom for some reason? Oh my God. Guys. I think I'm right again. Police found Lauren dead with her pants down to her knees. This man trying to rape that girl. I told y'all I'm new to this story. I just saw this story before I went live about the jackass we talked about at first. But I told y'all, I knew it had to be one of the two. Either he mad at the mom or he tried to make an advance on that girl. And I think that we just got our answer right here. She was found with her pants down to her knees. According to court records, his pants was also down. His pants were also down when deputies took him into custody. Bond conditions given included no contact with the family members, no weapons or firearms, subject to random urine analysis, GPS monitoring, and 24-hour house arrest. So again, now that we know this, I want to know. I want to know how long this man been trying to do this. And has this girl tried to tell her mom that this dude is doing some funky shit? Because now I'm just, it's hitting me hard now that now we're hearing that she was out of town when this happened. And you left this child with this man, so. This comment right here said, we'll be interested to see what the mom says. Yes, I agree. The girl was found with her pants down to her knees, that he had more in mind, which may have been what started probably and killed her. Yep. I'm saying the same thing. And this person right here been saying what I've been saying. Women, don't let another man in your house until the kids are grown. When the area they're in now, may not be a bad idea until they're grown. Somebody said the mom should be in the slam as well. Well, I don't know if I can say that so fast. I don't know. Somebody right here trying to be funny. You can't put this man in jail. He's really a good person. You just have to understand his struggle. You know, we just got some crazy motherfucker. They just sit up here and just say stupid shit like that. And then they do it on YouTube too. You know, you do these stories and they just come in your chat room and just say stupid shit. They just come in there and say stupid shit like that. Just like when I was doing a Major Harris case, some dumbass kept coming in there and talking about he been found safe. He been found safe. Man, you don't get the fuck on out of here, dude. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the story of Lauren Juma. 16-year-old, killed by this 60-year-old grown-ass pervert trying to fuck this girl. Well, I ain't mean to say it like that. But, I mean, it is what it is. Tried to rape this girl. And when he couldn't get what he wanted, he killed her. But then again, probably the sick-son bitch probably killed her and still did what he did to a dead corpse. So again, ladies and gentlemen, especially ladies, I need to be careful y'all let around y'all children. All right? Y'all be careful y'all let around y'all children. Because it's getting to the point now with a lot of people, they only care about you. They don't care about nobody else, if they even care about you. And I said a lot of time doing these stories, a lot of time the people, you think they're looking at you, but they're looking at your children. That's what they're looking at. And this may be the case right here. This man was dating the mom. And instead of him looking at the mom, he was looking at the child. And God knows how long he been trying to do this to this baby. And he just finally got pissed off and killed this child. Wow. Wow. All right, guys. Thank y'all for joining me tonight. These are just two crazy stories. Just two crazy stories. And what more can be said? I'm gonna try to put up some more content, guys, so a lot of people can start getting these notifications and stuff or whatnot. I'm gonna try to put up some more content. All right, for YouTube completely put my channel in the bottom of the barrel. Anyway, y'all take care of yourself and each other, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.